Ever thought why Indians are carbitarians, carb lovers? There's been no TV ad which shows have three rotis with one katori of sabzi or one katori of dal, but we end up having more rotis and rice because rotis and rice are sweet. And you say sweet? They are not sweet. Yes, they have a sweetish taste. Unlike dals, which can be slightly kadwa or bitter, vegetables, of course, have very minimal taste or whatever taste they come with. Carbohydrates in the form of rice and wheat have a sweetish taste, and we love that sweetish taste. And the sugar rise, which happens along with carbohydrates going into our system, spikes the feel good hormones in the brain, the serotonin, dopamine, and we start becoming more and more addicted to carbs. We love our carbs and we can't live without them. But now there's growing awareness that too much of carbs is a problem, because as the carbohydrate shoots up the glucose level in the body, it also shoots up insulin levels in the system, and high insulin levels themselves will go to the liver and deposit more fat and produce more cholesterol from that liver. So more carbohydrates consumption not being good for health is known by all, but what is not known that much is that too less of carbohydrates is also not good for us, because if you compensate by eating minimal roti rice and not have too much of carbohydrates with a diet which is high on protein and fats, that rise in protein can adversely affect your kidneys, and fats can also create a rise in your cholesterol. Plus, carbohydrates are the major source of energy throughout the body and also your brain, and carbohydrates are responsible for creating the good neurotransmitters, the serotonin and dopamine. So too much of carbs is definitely a problem, but too less of carbs is also a growing problem. So what one must do? Three simple things. Number one, remove the refined carbs which come from bakery products like breads and biscuits and maida, etc. Also, for that matter, white rice to a certain degree. Number two, go for whole, unprocessed or minimally processed cereals, brown rice, semi-polished rice, unpolished rice, red rice, black rice, Raktasari rice, many varieties of rice are there. You go for whole wheat, typically the ancient varieties like Khapli wheat, Khatka gehu, Jangli gehu, Jod gehu, Lal gehu, Kalyan Sona, or long wheat. You must also try out barley, which is jaw, very ancient grain, and millets, a variety of them are there, especially minor millets, and even bajra and jawar. So there's a huge variety of cereals which we can have in the form of a nice dose of carbohydrates. Go for unprocessed or semi-processed ones. Point number two. Point number three, watch out for the portion size, how much you're having in your plate. In a plate, ideally, keep your cereals or carbohydrate rich grains to 25%, which means if you're having one roti, have a katori of dal or sambar with a katori of cooked vegetables and salad, and if you need to repeat the roti, have one cup or katori of each. So proper proportions, right carbs, avoiding the wrong carbs, not taking too much, not taking too less, and enjoying the sweetness of carbohydrates to have a great brain chemistry and great energy is important, and just do it that way.